Ira Epstein, and here we are with your SPDR ETF stock market wrap-up. And this wrap-up is for Thursday, and we're at the 24th of July, 2025. Interesting day. You finally found an area where Netflix can bounce from the 1162 zone, came back up $18, closed a fraction higher. You're continuing to run in Amazon. We saw that Netflix, after the earnings yesterday and the forward guidance, did not like what they saw there, down $27, roughly about 9-10%. NVDA gained a little. Uber up again. Most of the metals were in the downside, not sharply, but lower on the session. Uranium now pushing in the 42s, so that has certainly come up quite a ways. In terms of news, tomorrow you get the advanced durable goods report at 7:30. They're forecasting that at negative 11%. That compares with May's up 16.4, so that's quite a swing if it comes in that way. President Trump, in fact, did visit the Federal Reserve building today. Why, I don't know. He's about the fourth president to ever do so. It's under renovation. He's in building, and he's certainly there saying, with his building experience, this is a big cost overrun. You don't even know how big the overrun's going to be, so on and so forth, in front of reporters with Powell right there. So, he's keeping the pressure on. He was asked what they could do to fix things, and he said lower interest rates. You got to laugh at it, and that you got to have a sense of humor with some of this. If you don't, you got a problem. Let's go back and look at toast. And, it is toasting people that don't think this market can move on up and run. You're back up to the highs right now of the recent move. You can see that here. You've got the higher highs right through here, higher lows all going on. The market is staying and not even running back to the 18-day average of closes. What keeps thwarting the rally is the market hits the Bollinger Band, breaks back to, and then comes right back at it. But this is that gorilla glue trade where every single day you're hitting the upper band, and you've now got like 6 days in a row, and that starts pulling on the market. It gets it first overbought, which it is, and then the market has to decide, can it embed? Day one of embedding was yesterday. Day two is today. Tomorrow, if you get that to go again like that, then on the fourth day, come Monday, the buyers show up on any pullback. You also have that gorilla glue trade in Netflix. Notice how the market is pushing on the downside every single day now, hitting the lower Bollinger Band, riding it, and forcing the market to first get oversold. It might embed in short order. In Dash, we're trying to come back out to the upside, but whenever you narrow in, as you're doing right here, you often just spin your wheels and don't go anywhere. That's my fear right here. If you put, a gun to my head, higher highs, higher lows, bullish, market a buy at the 18-day average, which stops under here, but there are no guns to my head. And when you get that narrowness, you often get fake moves. In Google, again, riding the upper Bollinger Band caused a bullish embedded reading. If the red line closes under 79, look for a good correction to finally set into the market. As I said to you yesterday in Starbucks, even with the rallies, doesn't matter to me. You're at resistance. I don't see a trend. I see a lower low, higher high, and today you pull right back to the neutral line, the 18-day average, and stop. Robinhood, I've been talking about since you lost the bullish embedded reading, and that happened, as you can see, right here. That we go and make a run for the 18-day average. Now, that was up here when we closed, right there. Now you're down here. Let's see if we can get there and make some decisions. Tesla peaked out against the upper Bollinger Band in a tight sideways range, broke down today. Maybe you get to the 200-day average and the Bollinger Band again. How it would hold that'll be the key to the market. When we look at stocks, the semiconductors, you can see how the market stopped at the upper band, coming down. And I want to repeat one more time. You've got this sideways action coming in here. In XLF, I don't think you're going too far to the upside here. You hit in the financial sector, the upper Bollinger Band, and you're backing off. Same thing happening in XLI. So the markets that are moving higher, most of them are not embedded. They're overbought. They're hitting the upper Bollinger Bands and they're running out of steam as they do that for the moment. When we look at XLE, the last rally high was right up here at 87.75. We're getting close to that, but not there. You still have the pattern of lower highs, lower lows, but I'm going to repeat, you're stuck in this narrow band again, and that creates churning. And churning is what you want to avoid as a investor or a trader. It often leads to a lot of frustration in the market. You're pulling back in gold to the 18-day average of closes. Silver. What about the embedded reading play in here? So if you and I come here, not there. Day 1, 2, and it did it today. So tomorrow on a break, got to take a hard look, possibly going to buy that market. In the copper market, you're just coming from market overbought, oversold, back up, back down, and just playing every which way in the minors. You have in the bond market, though, a higher high and lower low pattern. I don't see anything to do off of that. In the dollar index, you're now staying 2 days in a row under the Bollinger Band. If the market starts taking out 27.05 tomorrow, it could reaccelerate to the downside. So something to keep your eye on. Your overbought can be an FXE. I'd be very careful on any further rally in that market. You hear me talk all the time about Bollinger Bands, my outside days, momentum oscillators. What do you do? How do you put it all together? And when you put the three together, you get some interesting ideas. My course on enhanced Bollinger Bands is one of the ways you learn about all this. It teaches you how to work with longer term and short term trends. It's instant access in the course to 13 of my videos. You get the charting software that you see me use. You get, actually, we've increased it now to about a month free trial of both the Spider ETF and the word is and, the futures ETF. So you're going to get both in the morning. Just simply go to iraepstein.com. We've now used the word courses in place of education and give that a click. And you can also click up here at any time. That'll take you there. I'm Ira. You have yourself a good day. Talk to you all later.